It's easy to forget that the classic acts we know today weren't always famous. The legacy of the Whisky A Go-Go is that it gave future superstars a stage to develop their signature sound in front of a live audience. The best example of that might be my own experience with The Doors, when we played what turned out to be our last gig at LA's famous Temple of Rock. It was a Thursday night, first set, very few people in the club, late summer of 1966. Jim misses the first set. John and Robbie and I go on stage and do some blues, a little jazz stuff. And at the end of the set, Phil Tanzini, one of the owners of the Whiskey, comes up to us and says, "Hey, I booked 4 guys. The Doors are supposed to be 4 guys. Says, you better have Morrison here for that second set, or you guys are gonna be in big trouble." John and Robbie and I just jump in John's VW bus and we go find Morrison, and he's at the Tropicana Hotel where he kept a room, and guess what? He's stoned on LSD. We bring him back to the Whiskey in time for the second set, and everything's going good. The club is filled with people. The people are dancing. Second or third song into the set, Morrison says, "Let's do the end." I said, "Oh, Jim, it's like we do the end of the set. It's called the end." He said, "No, man, I want to do the end." So we start the end, and the people just love it. And girls are doing that kind of hand dancing that they did. We're going along, and then the song gets soft in the middle of it, and Jim does an improvisation for the first time. A part John and Robbie and I had never heard before, coming out of some strange acid state. But John and Robbie and I are following him, and Jim starts to say, "The killer awoke before dawn. He put his boots on."
He put his boots on. He took a face from the ancient gallery and he
walked on down the hallway, baby. The Whisky A Go-Go is being hypnotized by the delivery of Jim Morrison. The waitresses stop serving, the dancers stop dancing, even the go-go girls in their cages, and they're paid to dance. They even stop dancing. And then Jim finally gets to the end of that improvisation and he says, "Father?"
"Yes, son, I want to kill you."
I thought, oh my God, Jim, don't do it. No, please don't do it. He's gonna do Oedipus Rex. And sure enough, Jim says, "Mother, I want to," and he shouts out the F word with all the gusto he possibly can. John and Robbie and I assault our instruments, and the frozen Whisky A Go-Go comes back to life. We play the set, and we get off the stage, and people are just mesmerized, screaming, loving the whole thing, except for Phil Tanzini, who rushes upstairs and says to us, "You, Morrison, are the filthiest guy on this planet. You can't say that about your mother. Not on the stage of the Whisky A Go-Go. You're fired." Wisely, Robbie says to him, "Phil, it's a Thursday night. You want us to play the weekend, or are we fired right now?" And Phil says, oh yeah. No, you play the weekend, you're fired on Sunday." And that was it for the Whisky A Go-Go.
This is the end.